Okay, now after the rectangle, we're moving on to the rhombus. A lot of you guys, and I'm going to date myself here, a lot of you guys may have heard of the word diamond when you're talking about this shape. But the correct mathematical term is a rhombus. A rhombus is also a special parallelogram. It has all of those properties of a parallelogram. So let's write those down here. I'm going to abbreviate. Opposite sides are equal. Opposite angles are equal. Consecutive, those are the ones that are next to each other. Those angles add up to 180. Your diagonals are split in half or bisected. But notice you don't have those 90-degree corners anymore. They're gone. If you look at the picture, you can see that the opposite A and C, they're blue, and the B and the D, they're green. So you do not have those 90-degree angles anymore. But a rhombus is still a parallelogram. So let's write that in the first box. It is a parallelogram. Now, the thing that is special about a rhombus is that all the sides are equal. They're all the same length. So if you look here, and I'm going to highlight this in blue, you can see the tick mark. There's another one, there's another one, and there's another one. What that's doing is showing you that they all have the same marking. And if they all have the same marking, then they're all the same length. Now, the diagonals are interesting. The diagonals are still bisected, but they're not equal anymore. And they do something special. They bisect the corner angles. And so that might sound kind of complicated, and I'll explain it pretty quickly. I mean, we'll talk about it in class a little bit. But let's just say that this whole angle A, I'm going to make this up. Let's say that that was 60. Then this diagonal is going to do this. It's going to split it exactly in half. So we have a 30 and a 30, and we have a 30 and a 30, just like that. So that's what those look like. If you have a rhombus and you know this 30, then you know that that one's a 30. Or if you know the whole corner is 60, then you can split that into two equal parts by dividing by 2. So let's write here 60 divided by 2. And I just made those numbers up, the nice, easy numbers to divide in half. But I wanted you to see that. So see, the 90s are gone. We're not going to see those again until we talk about the square. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to do some problems with the rhombus. Now I want you to number these just like you did the last one. You're going to have 1. You're going to have 2 for that rhombus. So that's not too bad. And then you're going to have 3, 4, and 5. Now, the other thing that I forgot to mention up here at the top is that the diagonals are also perpendicular. I just noticed it in the picture. I totally forgot to mention it. That's kind of important. And before you freak out and don't remember what perpendicular means, let me draw your attention to what's happening. Here I have a diagonal, and here I have a diagonal, and I have a box. So that means that those diagonals make 90-degree angles, and they make 4 of them really. Okay, so I'll show you more of that when we come back together to do some problems. Thanks, guys.